Hello, my name's Maria and you're watching the Richardson Simple Living. Today I thought I'm going to do some dumplings. I know that sounds a bit odd, but the reason I'm going to do that is because somebody had asked me a good while back, how did I make my dumplings? And I did attempt to make a video the last time I was doing stew and dumplings, only it didn't turn out. It was filming and then it just totally vanished and I couldn't find it anywhere, I couldn't retrieve it, so I had to leave it and I didn't do it in the end. So today I'm doing stew for tea and I'm about to make some dumplings. I'm not going to put them in the stew yet. I normally do it in advance and then just leave it stand and then put them in later, normally about half an hour before I'm due to, serve up the stew. So yeah, it was like, I don't know about you, but every day you think, oh, what are we going to have for tea and what have I got in the freezer? Because we budget so much and it's like, what are we going to have? What have I got in the freezer that I can use? Because I don't like stocking up too much and buying more. I'd rather sort of use stuff and then buy more. So I'm not, well, I don't know if I'm going to go shopping this week. Might do a shopping haul later in the week, but it'll probably be the end of the week if I do. So I had a through the freezers and I bought some, it was a couple of months ago, some meat from Iceland on the 3 for £10 deal. And I'd got a bag of lamb mince left and I thought, oh, what can I do with that? I know, I'll do a stew because I've got half a bag of mixed veg in the freezer. I've got this bag of minced lamb, so just peeled a potato and diced that up and chucked that in, and an onion as well because we've got our own onions in the shed that we've grown. So I've got everything I can use and I've got half a box of suet left and I thought, great, I can do the dumplings to go with it. So I've got the stew on now. That's in the slow cooker. Let's see if I can walk you around and see. So rather than turn all the camera around, I'll just situate it like that. So yeah, it's in the slow cooker, it's on high doing, and like I say, it's just the lamb mince, it's mixed vegetables, it's diced potato and chopped up onion, and then I've made like a thin broth just for it to cook in. I'll bring it back. So that's doing nicely, and when it's ready I'll thicken up the gravy in it and put the dumplings in. But first of all, we're going to make the dumplings. So get you in the right position so you can see. I'll bring you down. It's very straightforward, very easy. Most of you probably make dumplings anyway, unless of course you're new to cooking, then you might not have done. Shouldn't assume everybody has, should I? So I'm going to use self-raising flour. I'm going to put in 8 ounces of self-raising flour to start with. Do you know I had some digital scales for Christmas last year and I've never used them yet. Keep saying I'm going to use them, but I've not used them yet because these were new to me the year before as well, and I tend to use these quite a bit. Just tease it out so I don't go over. There we go, 8 ounces in my plate. Right, just got that in there. Put that to one side for a minute. So a box of suet, I find that normally that makes 2 lots. So I've used half before and I've got half a packet left. So I do 4 ounces of the suet to the 8 ounces of the self-raising flour. And because this holds 8 ounces, I've already had 4 out. So I've not got to measure it again. I know there's 4 left. So I'm just going to tip that straight in. So bring it back down. And just tip that in. I'll have to put suet on my shopping list now. Okay. Shame Aldi doesn't sell that suet. They have got a box of like dumpling mix, but it's got everything in where you just add the water, and I can't really see the point of me doing that because, I tend to make a lot of things and I've got the stuff in, so I'd rather just have the suet. Whereas if you're a person that's just making like one small batch and not likely to be making any more or using suet for anything else, there's Dean, only Dean, then you know, it's worth buying the packet probably, but for me it isn't. So yeah, I'm a bit sad they don't do the suet. Right, I'm going to bring you round. I'm going to see if I can get you to face my tap. So I've got it mixed up. I'm going to trickle the tap a bit. I don't measure my water. I'm not even sure how much water is meant to go in, but I just sort of trickle it a little, put it round, and then I'll just mix it bit by bit. I'll do it gradually till I get it to how I want it. It's a bit more. Sometimes I've gone over and it's a little bit sloppy feeling. When I do that, then I just add a little bit more flour. It's never hurt it. So we just trickle it bit by bit, really. I should be facing it that way, but that's a bit awkward for me to do, and how my sink's situated. And my bowl is in the way. Would that be in your way? Now let's move it. Keep hitting my bowl. Right. Keep adding little bits and mixing it round. I suppose I could make it in my thing like I do my pastry, but it's easier for me to do it like this if I don't keep sliding off the sink. There we go, we've probably got it this time. Yeah, that's got it. Let's turn the tap off. There we go. I can do that into a nice dough now. Might need a little bit of flour in it, I don't know. But we've got a nice dough. So I'm going to swing it back around. There we go. Let's bring it up a little bit. Right, see how that is. Like I say, I'm not going to put them in yet. I'm going to put a little bit of flour in there, just so I can. That's it. I'm going to leave it rest now until I need it later. And then what I do when I want it later, I just break it off into little balls and drop it into the stew how we want it. I might have already done a vlog where I've done stew. I don't think I actually showed making the dumplings, but I do think I might have shown putting the dumplings in. Can't really remember, but I might have done. But I don't think I've shown you doing this before. So there we go. We've got a nice dough ball now, suet ball, whatever. Ready for dumplings. There we go. So there we go. I'm just going to pop it now onto the side and pop it up there for now. Leave it rest a bit and then I'll cover it and we'll come back to it later on. Well, I'll come back to it later on. Yeah, like I said, just break off how many I want and just pop it into the top of the stew. After I've thickened it with a bit of gravy, just drop them in the top and then I'll leave it for about half an hour to maybe 3/4 an hour. If I've switched it down to low, I'll probably leave it for 3/4 an hour, but it's perfectly fine if you leave it a bit longer than you want. I'm just going to wash my hands behind you because now they're all doughed up. Before I get touching my hair or anything like that, my face or be clothes and get covered in dough. That's the only thing, isn't it? It's quite messy. So yeah, that's all I do really. Now somebody had said to me, because I'd forgotten to buy suet on one occasion, and somebody had said to me that I could do it with the flour. I think it was with butter, margarine as well, but I forgot to ask about how much. Would it be like 4 ounces of the butter, the same as the 4 ounces of the suet? So if you're watching this, or anybody else does their dumplings with butter rather than suet, drop it in the comments down below, get my words out, and let me know sort of what you do and how you do it, because that might be quite handy when I can't get suet, because I don't know why I can't get it in Aldi, but I can get it in Tesco, and I also get the vegetable one in Tesco, which I find is handy. So like if you're doing a dessert that's got suet in, I prefer to use the vegetable one for that. But if I'm using a meat dish, then I'll use the shredded beef suet. So it depends which I'm making. So yeah, nice and easy. And I do love dumplings. They're lovely when they've been cooked in the stew and they're all flavoursome. And I like lamb as well. I'm not a big fan of joints of lamb because I find it a bit grisly and I'm always worried about choking on it. And so I'm not so keen like that. But like if it's done in the slow cooker, like a minced lamb or little lamb pieces, then it's really nice and it just melts in your mouth. It's lovely. So I like it like that. So yeah. She knows my shirt. I've got my Halloween shirt on today. Well, I had it given me actually. It was my eldest daughter's and she gave it to me. So I thought, oh well, I'll wear it. And it gets warm once a year, so I'll wear it. A bit warmer actually. It's quite thicker material than my sleeveless ones. Getting a bit cold now, very autumnal. So yeah, that's that. Like I say, I'm not sure when I'm going to be back again now. I don't know if I'm doing a shopping haul this week. If I do, it's likely to be Thursday, Friday, the end of the week. But we'll see what happens because it works out that we only have a shopping. We tend to do all the shopping more at the beginning of the month, and then toward the end of the month, like the last week or two, might not do so much shopping. It might be just small bits that I need to get me by, things like milk and bread and that kind of thing. So it all depends really on what money we've got. We're paupers at the end of the month. But I've been busy selling at the moment. That's what I'm doing at the moment. I've been busy on eBay and selling. We're going through the house because the house needs sorting out, loads of stuff. You harbour that much junk and I'm always thinking, oh, we've got to get rid of it. And you know, even when you get rid of stuff, we've took tons of stuff to the charity shops over the past year or two. And even then you don't know where you've got it from because there just doesn't seem to be any space still. So I said, all right, we're going to start selling some on eBay because I could do with the money. I can convert it to Christmas money and buy something for the children and things like that, you know, rather than sitting around doing nothing or me taking it off to the charity shop, at least I can convert it to something that's for children. So somebody's buying something they want and I get money to buy something for the children. So, you know, it all works. So that's what I've been doing at the moment. I've been sorting through stuff and it's surprising all the stuff I've got, things you forget you've got in the backs of cupboards and that kind of thing. I thought, oh, there's things I've seen in years and things I look at and think, oh gosh, it's a long time since that fitted me. So yeah, I've been going through all kinds of things and the girls have been clearing out their rooms as well and Sean's been giving me toys that she's had from when she's small and some things never even opened. So I thought, oh, you know, we'll just see what we can sell and see what we can get. So yeah, it'll all be something for Christmas. It all works in cycles, doesn't it? So that's what I'm doing at the moment and I'm going to go back to doing that now. I've got some more to do, but I thought I'm going to get this dumplings done ready so I can put them on later. And I thought, oh, I know, I'll film it while I'm doing it because I'd said to somebody once the next time I do dumplings, I will film what I do. And I thought, well, we'll have a little chat while I'm doing it. So yeah, so that's what I'm at the moment, where I'm at, what I'm doing at the moment. Like I said, busy on eBay and shopping wise. I'm hoping we'll go the end of the week because I am going to have to get some milk or something. So it might be a little haul of shopping at the end of the week. So we'll see what happens as we go along. So until you see me next, take care, everybody. Bye.